Have you seen these beautiful scenic winter wonderland cards and thought to yourself, I wonder how to create those? Today I'm going to share my favorite masking technique that we can create these beautiful scenes. You can also switch up the colors and make it into a great guy card. We're also going to learn how to create this beautiful little gift box that is perfect for gift cards and favors for your Christmas parties or other fun events this year. And then we'll take a stroll through a winter wonderland of Christmas inspiration featuring the Snow-Kissed collection. To start stamping these images, I used the 2 largest spruce from the Snow-Kissed Spruce stamp set. So to get started, I'm using the Blue Iris chalk ink. So I'm inking up the largest tree, and I like to have the darkest color ink with the largest image stamped first. So that will be in the center, and that will be our focal point. The card size that I'm using is a 5x7 card base. Just give that some firm, even pressure. Lift that up, and you have that beautiful tree. Now this size will only be used once, and you'll see that on the original card, I stamped 2 of the medium-sized tree 2 times with the Blue Iris color. So to stamp this, I am going to lay this piece that I cut out with the coordinating die. This die comes from the Frolicking Frosty and Spruce die. I'll just lay this piece on top. You'll see that I have used this before. This creates your mask. Now I am laying it a little bit to the left. Oops, you want to make sure that you don't move it. I'm laying it a little bit to the left of the image to make sure that that tree gets stamped properly into position. It'll overlap just a little bit, but it will make that you don't have too much of an overlap. So we'll have this mask on this side. We'll move it a little bit to the left, and we'll stamp another tree on this side. So this gives you your focal trees. So you'll see your first scene beautifully stamped. Now we're going to add some background trees using a complementary color. I'm going to, since I'm using the same stamp, this is the medium-sized tree, I'm just going to stamp that off a couple times, and we're ready to switch ink colors, which is our smoke blue. I like to make sure that this is inked up well, and this is a wetter ink, so I'm just going to ink it up from this direction. And since we have 2 trees stamped in here, we're going to put on 2 masks. Just remember, these masks were cut out with the paper. You can just use photocopy or printer paper. That will be perfect. And just stamp that into the background, and that tree instantly disappears right into the back. Oops, let's move this mask over here on this side. And you can kind of adjust your tree heights. And you have those trees stamped into the background. Now you'll see that I didn't have this mask stamped completely in the right area. So what we can do is we can go back and add another little tree top right in here. So this will be a little bit different than our original one, but that will just fill in that section. So we have 3 trees in there. So our next step is adding the moon on the top. To add this circle, you're going to want to punch out a 2-inch or 1.5-inch circle, and you'll use the lightest color ink that you used for the background trees and just lightly sponge around that circle. If you're stamping in greens, you might want to do a yellow so it looks more like a sun instead of a moon, but this gives just kind of a frosted, wintry look. So there's so many options with this. You can just lift this off and you'll see that beautiful image in the background. Your next step to make that pop is just using your Dries clear glue and just kind of quickly go around that section with where the line of the moon is, and then bring in your glitter. Sprinkle that over the top. and you've got a glittery scene. And you can also alternate colors and do this on a smaller card base too if you like. To create these little gift boxes, you will start out by stamping 2 of the tag that is within this stamp set, and then you're going to cut out the gift box from this die. So to get started, I'm going to show you how this tag looks when you stamp it. I'm using the Blue Iris chalk ink. This tag is very decorative. It's also beautiful used on its own just as a gift tag that you can attach to presents and just put somebody's name with it. So we'll just give that some firm, even pressure. Stamp that. And once that is stamped, you can go ahead and just lay your die right on top and cut those out like you see that I did for these. Now you'll want to have 2 pieces for every box that you create. This is the base of the box die, so I already cut this out and it gives you all the creases that you need. Now before you assemble the box, I like to stamp some snowflakes on the end, which is the area that is going to be exposed. So we're going to use some snowflakes with the Blue Iris ink and just stamp that off the side, just a little bit on each side. This would be a great image to actually create your own wrapping paper as well. Once you've done that, you're going to fold up both of these flaps, bring them in. There is a score line attached that you can just instantly bring this up. You'll fold up each side and you'll glue this together so that you have a box like this. So this one has already been scored, and all you have to do to finish it is add the glue to the edge of this flap in here. And you'll do that on both sides. And once you've done that, you'll just bring this in, just put that together. And if you wanted to, you could put these little clips on the edge, and that would hold it together until that is dry. Once that's dry, you're going to take your tags, and I'm just going to do this right away so you can see how that works. You're going to take your tags and you're going to glue them to this part of the box base. So bring this in, you'll put a tag on this side, and we'll take this clip off and we'll put a tag on the back. Now you could use the tags within the paper collection, just cut those out and decorate those. So once that is dry, you'll take a ribbon and put everything together here on the top, just like you see on this box, and then you can put little chocolates, gift cards, or little party favors on the inside. There are so many fun and different ways you can utilize this box. This one, there's some Christmas candy on the inside, and that is using 2 of the base of the box, just layered together with some ribbon in the back, and then layering the little frolicking snowman on the top. Again, that box base comes out of the gift box and mini snowflakes die. And here's just another version of stamping that, cutting and opening into the tag and adding some clear cardstock in the back so you have more of a see-through gift box. Here's another gift box with the big decorative snowflake in the front. If you're thinking, where do I get this amazing snowflake, which could also be used as a decorative background for a flower, that comes from the Snow-Kissed Flakes and Tag die. This tag has your large snowflake die. There's 2 pieces to that, and this is the tag that cuts out the stamped image. This is the snowflakes, and that coordinates with the Snow-Kissed Flakes and Tag stamp set. So let's look at a couple samples with that decorative die. Here's just the outer piece. This is a shaker card with a little Frosty the Snowman on the inside. Here's a beautiful way that is just showcased in the background with glitter. Here's another way that was used. This card opens up. That's absolutely beautiful. This is using the paper within the Snow-Kissed collection. These pieces all both pop out. Isn't that beautiful? So that creates a more intricate and detailed card base. You could also use that snowflake as an ornament. And now as you're looking at these and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I want to make these, the design team members work together to create these projects. So you will see these featured on the blog. So we have the Frolicking Frosty and Spruce die. That one coordinates with 2 stamp sets. That coordinates with the Frolicking Frosty stamp that has both of your snowman images that you're seeing on the cards. So you'll see those on the back. And then you have the Snow-Kissed Spruce. This one has a couple snowflakes as well as this little sleigh with a horse and 3 sizes of spruce trees. So I'm very excited to show you some more samples with these little snowmen. Here are the trees all cut out with the little Frosty the Snowman ice skating. Isn't that adorable? I love this concept. This is vellum in the background, which gives it a very delicate look. Then we've got this card, amazing. This is using some pieces from the paper pad. You've got the little snowman on the side. Beautiful way to use that. Here's another card using the Snow Kiss paper pad. This is using the Botanic window die. And this came out with the Botanic Orchid collection. That's a beautiful window that you can use with your Christmas cards. Here's another card I absolutely love with the layers of the trees. And this is a shaker card, so it looks like Frosty is in a winter wonderland. Here's another one. So lots of different color combinations. You can use these so many different ways. And over here we have just a 5x7 card with the multiple trees in the background, the Merry Christmas on the top. And then I love the way this snowflake die was used as a cutout from the main panel in the front. And then you open that up and you have the main decorative snowflake in the background along with the little Frosty. So you have so many different options. There's 2 more cards that I just want to show really quickly. These will be featured on the blog. So absolutely amazing detail. And you can see the trees more traditionally colored with this opening, and that just opens to the scene in the center. You'll have so much fun creating these winter wonderland scenes using this masking technique. Just be patient with yourself and experiment with different color combinations. If you don't own the Snow Kiss collection, be sure to order yours today so you can get started creating these beautiful Christmas cards you just saw. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.